So today we will discuss about the SAP operational modes. So what is this concept is for SAP operational modes. So normally this is the one of the concept SAP implemented. So when we have the not enough resources, hardware resources like CPU, memory, and so when we don't have any downtime to increase the work process and everything, so that time we can use the SAP, the operational modes, SAP operational modes concept, we can use it here. SAP, the operational so mode. So SAP, the operational modes, the concept. So concept we can use it here, right? So what is this concept? Why SAP implemented means sometimes sometimes during the daytime we need more BTC, sorry, more dialogue work process. To run the business, we need more during the daytime. We need more dialogue work process. During the daytime, we need more dialogue work process, right? During the daytime, we need more dialogue work process to support the activity, user logins and everything. So that time, if we have less BTC process, if we have less BTC process, so then daytime we need more dialogue work process. If we have the less BTC process, if we have the less BTC process, so then it will work. So which means the operational mode is converting converting the existing BTC work process to dialogue, and also converting the existing dialogue work process to BTC here. Normally, daytime means peak hours, business hours. During the daytime, we need we need more dialogue work process, right, to users to log in. So that time, existing BTC work process we can convert to the dialogue without any restart, without any parameter changes we can do, right? Daytime. So nighttime we need more BTC work process. Nighttime we need BTC work process. Why? Because nighttime no one log in user's perspective. If you have the 20 dialogues are free. But nighttime, more jobs will run. But if you have the more jobs are there in the night time, more work process are there, BTC work process, the jobs will continue, right? So night time. So that is the process of converting BTC to dialogue to BTC. This procedure is called the operational modes. As per the timelines, if you set the timelines, then if you provide, okay, night time we have the 6 BTC, in that 3 we can convert to the dialogue without any restart. Then the more dialogues will work, right? Also, nighttime we need more BTC work to run. The nighttime jobs will run, daytime more users will log in, right? So that time, nighttime you need more BTC work process, but daytime you need so more dialogue work process. So you have nighttime more BTC is required, more BTC work process required. So in that, if you convert some of the dialogue work process to BTC, then so you no need to restart the system daily, and you can just to change the parameters. Just you can do some settings as part of the operational mode concept. Then that works, right? So this is the way we need to so utilize the existing resources. In this way, you no need to increase it. You no need to increase the resources. In this way, you no need to increase the you need to increase the resources here, right? So that is what we can do it, right? In this way, we can use the existing work process only without converting, without changing, without restart, we can convert existing dialogue work process to BTC, and also we can convert BTC to dialogue mode, we can convert it. This we will call it as the operational modes concept. right? So daytime we required, nighttime we required more. So existing we are changing here, one to another, another to another, we are changing. This procedure is called the operational modes. Operational modes here, right? This is what we so required here. So now, how to do these changes here, right? So, they are the transaction codes for the operational modes, that is called the RZ03, RG04, and SM63 are the transaction codes for the operational modes here. RZ03, we can check the status whether everything is active or not. So, RZ04, the configuration of the activities we do in the RZ04, and the timelines and everything SM63 we use the setting the timelines and everything, we use the SM63 here. SM63 we use the timelines here, right? So these are the three transaction codes we use to do the this one. So now log into the system here, okay? Log into the system, any one of the system, go to RZ03. First of all, let me check how many work process are there here, right? So here, oh, here you can see we have the dialogues are 10 are there and backgrounds are 6 are there here. Daytime, that is fine. But during the night time, we don't need this many dialogues. So in the 10, 5 we can convert it to the BTC. So 6 plus 5, 11. So 11 BTC, 11 BTC, then 5 dialogues are there. That is very well enough, right? So that way we can convert it here. So in that case, we can use the without any restart. Normally, if you want to increase the process, if you want to decrease the process, what you have to do, you need to restart the system. So there is a downtime. So, but this procedure, you don't require any downtime here. Just go to the, so RZ03, you can see, are there any operational modes are active or not, right? They are the operational modes are active here. So then go to RZ04 to perform the configuration here, right? First of all, let me delete the existing one, deleted. So now click on the create button. So day operational mode, daytime, right? So daytime. So then click on the save button here. Next one is the so night mode. Night mode, we can convert it here, right? So daytime and nighttime, you have changed it here. Now go to the instances and operations, click on the create button here. So now what is the host name of the this one? So this is a KP. So here you can just first choose the profile. What is the profile? Instance profile. You need to choose it here. Here, KP online one. You can choose it here. Right. This is the host name of the our this one here. Instance number 00 here. So here, save this one here. Right. So here the operational mode concept here. Daytime operational modes. Right. Daytime 10 and 6 are there. What I can do? So daytime. Now I will decrease daytime, right? So what I will do, I will decrease the BTC by clicking the minus button. Then I will increase the work process to the, I will increase the work process to the daytime, right? Mhm. 6, right? 10 and 6 here. So otherwise, daytime means so morning hours. Daytime means business hour. That time more dialogues are required here. So then existing 6 dialogues, 6 background, we are converting to so 10 plus 2, 12. 12 dialogue work process in the morning hours, and 4 are the morning hours only. Daytime we selected here, right? That is what we are doing here, right? So then next one, the night mode. So during the night mode here, night mode, we don't require these many things here. Just you can reduce. So 6 are enough. Then 10 we can sorry. Okay, 10 we can increase it here, right? So 3 plus 7, right? Night mode, we need more dialogues here. Like that, we can change the operational modes. So then now you see here, So daytime, 10 plus 4, right? Now night time. So 3 plus 7. Like that, we have changed the work process number. Then click on the save button here. Save operational mode was saved here. Operational mode was saved here. So now go to the SM63 transaction code here. Go to the change operation. Then night time. Night time means, so this is the 6. So night time means normally after the 5 there is no business, right? Maybe let's see after the 6, 6 to morning 10. So there is night mode, right? Night mode means there is no business hours here. That's why we will call it as the night mode here, right? So night mode. Now 10 to 6 as per the system time. This is the day mode here, day mode here, day mode here, daytime here, day mode here, then it is fine, right? Click on the save button, right? That is done. So now, so this the savings are done here, RZ. So SM63, we have done the changes here, right? So now when you go to the SM50, you see here, so 10, 6 are there here, right? But as per the system, now it is in the night mode, right? Go to the RZ04. We can manually also, we can switch the operational modes to the all night. Now it is night mode, right? As per the timelines. Then choose it here. So now when you go to the SM50, you can see the status here. All the work process will change it here. See, so 9, it is coming to the, it will be changed. It will be changed here. So see here, now 9 and 7, BTC are 7 now. How it got changed? Previously 10 and 6 are there, right? Now it got 7 and it one is decreased here, right? So that what got changed here, right? So why? Because operational mode got triggered here. The operational mode got triggered, which means automatically without any restart, your operational modes got switched. You see here, without any restart, operational mode switch got happened. Night mode triggered. It will be changed from work process 3, switched from the dialog to BTC. This all work process also will be stopped status here for converting. So this way we can convert it existing number to the here. During the night time, what we discussed here, night time 3 dialogues, 7 background work process, right? Again, as per the timelines, again automatically you don't need to do, right? So automatically again morning, so 10 and 6 will be there here, right? So 10 and 6 will be there here. Like that, we are converting existing members here in the RG04 here, in the RZ04 here. So we have converted existing 10 to 8 and night time this one to this one. We converted here. As per the timelines, the night mode and day mode will be triggered automatically every day. So your existing work process will be converted from the, so from one to another, another to another. So this will be changed here. Okay.
Sir, for how much specific time they will get changed?
Immediately, as per the timeline, whenever the 6 started, 6 p.m., immediately the existing dialogues will be converted to the BTC here.
And for how much time they will remain like that until we change?
So until we no need to change it as per the timeline, you see timeline start date to end
Okay.
date, then start date to end date. So now we changed it manually because of, so we are in the middle of the, so change, right? So that's why. So but tomorrow onwards, if you see it here, automatically as per the system line, it will be changed automatically. You no need to manually change anything here. Just
Okay.
once you set the configuration and once you assign the timelines, as per the timelines, it will be, it will happen automatically.
Okay.
Okay. So, but nowadays actually no one, so some customers they won't use it here. If they want to change it, they will change permanently. Otherwise, they will keep it like this only. But because again changing the work process, again there is a separate procedures and all those things. Instead of that, people permanently will change it here by using the work process. They will increase it. Go to the profiles and parameters. There the numbers are their work process numbers. One time they will make it the higher number, higher values than current value. Then they will restart it. and they will take it forward the permanently. These are only temporary only. Temporary means whenever the timelines are reached here, whenever the morning 10 is reached here, immediately the daytime will occur. And the daytime, how many are there? Daytime 10 and 4, nighttime 3 and 7. Like that, the work process will change. So this operational mode concept is only for the dialogues and backgrounds only, not for other work process. Okay, dialogue will convert to the background. Background work process will convert to the dialogue work process. This will happen in the systems. Okay. And one more thing, yeah, this will happen in the systems here. Operational modes. So coming to the one more, the how the SAP logon procedure. This is also one of the small topic. How SAP the logon procedure works, right? How the users will log into the SAP system. This one we know from the login pad, but I want to just give the little bit more information about the how the login procedure works. So then if I go with this concept, so here we have the let me we have the SAP is the three-tier architecture, right? So we have the SAP GUI. So then we have the SAP layer. We have the SAP layer here. Then we have the database also available here. We have the database also available here, right? So SAP layer here, presentation layer, GUI. Then SAP layer here. Then DB layer we have here, right? So here, what we have here in the SAP we have the work process concept, right? So then here, so we have the dispatcher here. Dispatcher will dispatching the request here. Then we have the work processor here. We have the work processor here. Work process, right? Work process, number of work process, dialogue work process, and something like that. Then work process. Then there is a memory area here in the SAP shared memory and buffers here. There is a memory areas here. There is a memory area. So shared memory. So shared memory is available here. Here we have the this is called the user context. And this is called the buffers. This is called the application buffers. Application buffers here. Factory, screens, above, program, dictionary, objects, all will be there here. All will be there here in this one, right? So now what will happen here? Let me write it here. This is called the user context here. User context in the shared memory. So then this is called the buffer application buffers here. So then what I can say buffers. So we have the ST02 buffers are there, right? Buffers here. So then this is the work process here. Work process here. So work process. So this is the dispatcher. So from here to from SAP GUI to dispatcher will make the mistake here, right? The user, whenever the user click in, they will log into the here dispatcher. Dispatcher will take care of, will hand over to the dialog work process here. They will work on the dialog work process here. In the dialog work process here, you have the task handler. Here task handler is there. Suppose if I go to the work process, one dialog work process here, task handler here, ABAP interpreter, and the screen interpreter and database interpreter. There are some interpreters are there here, right? So one is called the screen interpreter. Screen, screen processor. Okay, screen interpreter inside of the detailed work process here. But you don't need that much of things. ABAP interpreter. Then ABAP interpreter. Now DB interpreter here, right? Screen interpreter, ABAP interpreter, and database interpreter here. So here the what is happening here in these three interpreters here. So and this is the task handler here. Task handler. TA. So inside of the work process, inside of the each dialog work process, this will be happen here, right? This entire memory is called the shared memory. This entire memory is called the shared memory here. Shared memory. Shared memory here. So normally what will happen here? So whenever once the user click on the SAP logon pad, once the user click on the SAP logon pad here, so once the user click on the SAP logon pad here, what will happen here? User click on the SAP logon pad, right? When the user click on the SAP logon pad, request to go to the dispatcher to work process here, right? Then your request is showed once the user click on the SAP logon pad from the GUI, the user request is forwarded to the dispatcher. Dispatcher will maintain all the request into the so one FIFO order means requests are stored into the FIFO order, first in first out role. Then it will assign to the available free dialog work process here. The dialog work process we have as per the user request in the dialog work process is assigned to the user. If the user runs a report in the background, right? User means here. So dialog work process here. Dialog work process will assign the one task to the your request here. Dialog work process will assign the task to the your request here, right? So here the task handler will go to the screen interpreter. It will interrupt the screen. Then it will go to the ABAP interpreter. ABAP interpreter, it will convert the code into the ABAP language. Then it will hand over to the so it will hand over to the so database here, right? So then database here, right? So first of all, database after the database interpreter, then it will check if the requests are there already in the buffer. Then it will take the buffers. Then it will give the handover the results to the users here. But if the request is not there in the buffer, the frequently accessed data, then it will go to the database level. It will pull the data. Then one copy of data will set here. Then immediately it will give the handover back to the users here. Handover back to the users will happen here. So which means, so first user from GUI, once the user from GUI, he will log in, right? Once the user from GUI, so he will, whenever he opens in the system, whenever he opens in the system here, whenever he opens in the system, right? So once the user from GUI to dispatcher, so dispatcher assigned to the work process will check first. Work process. So work process will assign the request to the task handler. The task handler will check whether this user is valid or not, first of all, right? Okay, the user ID password is correct. Then it will check in the request in the buffers. Okay, data is there. Then it will pull the data. It will give the handout to the results. If the data is not there, then it will go to the database level. It will pull the data. Then again, it will go back to the previous status here, which means the first request to go to the from user to dispatcher. Then from dispatcher to dispatcher will maintain the request into the FIFO order. Then your available work process. Then it will assign to the task handler. The task handler will verify whether the user is valid or not. Then once the user is valid, then it will, whatever the code, whatever the program you execute, that it will convert into the system language. Then it will check whether the data already there in the database level buffers. If not, then it will give the response back to the user here. So that is what it will happen in the systems, right? Once the user is assigned to the dialog work process, then user authorizations, it will check in the user settings. Then that is called the roll-in work process in the shared memory. Once the dialog step is executed, then user data is collected from the work process. Then shared memory will be cleaned from the whenever the user log out, the memory will be cleaned up the system here. That what it will happen. So which means The first SAP logon to the dispatcher, then dispatcher to work process. In the work process, you will get the logon screen. Then it will check the whether the user is valid or not. Yes. Then it will check the buffers again, whether you are already using the frequently accessed data. Yes. Then it will give the response back to the user. If not, then it will go to the database level. It will pull the data, then it will give the back to the users. That's what it will happen here, right? That is the at the end user data is removed from the shared memory, so memory will be available to the other users. This procedure is called the rollout. Roll in user context means the memory will be assigned once the user verification is done. Then that is called the rolled in. Rollout means the user data is removed from the shared memory, so the memory will be available at other users. This procedure is called the rollout memory. This procedure is called the rollout memory here. Okay, so this is the how the your user logon procedure works in the systems.
Sir, can you please explain shared memory again in short?
Shared memory. These all are the shared memory only here. Shared memory means all the process will use the common memory, shared memory. So in that case, what will happen in the shared memory? Your user details are exist here. User context. User context means your user authorizations and everything will be verified here. Right? So in that shared memory, if this is available, also the buffers are there here. The frequently accessed buffers in ST02. So frequently accessed data will be stored into the buffers. So what will happen here? Whenever the user login, the memory will be allocated. Then after that, it will go buffers. It will check it out. There is no data. If yeah, it will pull the data from the database level. If data already there, it will be executed. Then whenever it will give the handover to the users, the response means suppose example you see here you are logged into the SAP system. Double click it, then you are getting the SAP screen. So here, so what happened up to here, when you click on the logon, dispatcher assigned to the one work process. Then here, that in this work process, it checking the whether this user is valid or not user ID password prompt screen here. Right? Now you enter the user ID password prompt screen here. Then once the user authentication role is done, this is called the role in procedure. Role in user context is called the role in user context. Then after that, so once the user is entered, now what I will do, if I execute one transaction code that is called the, suppose like PA30, it will check that transaction code is already exist in the SAP system or not, it will check. Right? It is checking whether that user, that data is already exist or not, it is checking here. Right? Then so if not there, then it will check in the whether this transaction already data is already exist. If not, then it will go to the buffers, it will pull the data, it will give the response back to the users here. So now see how much time taken for getting the 16,000 milliseconds, you got the response. So now what it will do, again, I will execute the same transaction code. Now it will be very fast. It will be very fast here. So why? Because you got the data 16,000 to 2008 means 3,000 milliseconds here. So which we drastically the response got reduced. Why? Because the frequently the accessed data will be stored into the memory here. So every user who are log into the SAP system, their user it will be assigned the some, it will be assigned to the some memory area. Some memories will be assigned here. Okay. That is the how the logon procedure works in the system. So presentation layer, application layer, and a DB layer here. So still here we have, apart from that, we have the tomorrow we'll discuss about the node implementations, add-ons, and the plugins. Then after that, support pack administration part. Then other activities will come into the picture one by one. Okay. So please practice it for today. So all the small topics and daily monitoring transaction codes and all those things. Then tomorrow we'll start the kernel upgrade. So kernel upgrade also part of the kernel upgrade, node implementation. These things are there. So we'll discuss all those things. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So guys, any questions? Yes. Okay then. Okay then. Thank you.
Thank you.